review today. We got Bill Belichick. He has a 24-year-old girlfriend?
After winning more Super Bowls than any coach in NFL history,
McGuinn's
Bill
practice.
Belichick is both documenting his stellar football career and launching its newest chapter.
Bill
Also, this is
Belichick
for their
probably
book. His
think
book.
Talking with Tony DeCopo.
He's trying to sponsor his book or whatever.
Coach, thank you for
See
doing
what
that.
happens.
you're
Alright,
probably
this interview's blowing up.
thinking the same thing I was when I sat down
What the hell
with
is he
Bill Belichick.
wearing?
What's going on with this sweatshirt?
Well, you can see I've worn this one for a while.
Do you remember how you got the cut here?
No.
Tattered and, yes, often sleeveless,
Why does he always wear holes in his shirt?
Belichick's signature look is part of his singular focus. As he writes in a new book, he's motivated not by style or fame,
New England win.
but by the obvious.
The Patriots in the greatest
Draft football.
comeback in Super Bowl history.
So why, before the career is over, would you write a book called The Art of Winning? You're still out there practicing the art.
Well, I never had really had a good chance to do that before. So I tried to capture some of the ups and downs and the preparation and the dealing with star players and the big moments.
You wanted to give back to football, you write some of what football has given to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's given him a whole lot over a 50-year career.
And the Patriots are Super Bowl champions.
Second all-time in NFL victories,
The New England
Damn.
Patriots have won the Super
That's crazy.
Alright, let me show you how to perfect this beautiful salmon dish. Sous vide at 122 degrees for 35 minutes. Now for the
Bowl for the third time in 4 years.
including a record 6 Super Bowl titles as head coach of the New England Patriots.
What does that feel like in the shower of confetti?
It feels like a lifetime achievement. It feels like you've worked your whole life to get to that point. And honestly, when you win one, you try to savor the moment because in the back of your mind, you're kind of thinking, I don't know if I'll ever be here again.
But on this recent trip back to his old high school in Annapolis, Maryland,
A lot of good memories here and remember some of the things that you learned. Of course, you thought you knew it all then.
the now 73-year-old former NFL
73, and he's got a 24-year-old wife. Damn.
coach wasn't interested in gloating about his
73.
many achievements.
Where did this title come from?
The publisher, a couple other advisors on the book, that was really their choice. My choice would have been how I did my job or lessons from my life in football.
The result is not a tell-all, but what you might call a tell-some.
You
Tell
write
some.
about not cheerleading on the sideline, but also you're against the inspirational locker room speech at halftime. Coach,
Why?
you're not seen the movies.
I've seen
You've not seen the movies.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm not against them. I would just say I've seen very few that were really worthy of, of a strong mention or change the direction of the team or the game. There have been very few. Most of it really is strategic. What are they doing? What do we need to adjust to that? That's really what football is. It's identifying a problem, figuring a solution, and then executing that, that plan to make it work.
Football is everything for Belichick. His father, Steve, a beloved assistant at Navy for more than 3 decades,
Damn.
made sure of that.
I was an only child. I followed my dad around. If he had been a fireman, I'd probably been a fireman. He was a football coach, and so I hung around him, and I did whatever he did.
But what did you love about that? Because plenty of sons run in the other direction.
Yeah, I think a big part of it was the respect and adoration that they had for him. It seemed very rewarding.
When young Billy went looking for a
Dang, he looks old, though, even though he was pretty young.
coaching job of his own, though, Dad had some advice.
You're never going to make any money coaching. You need to go to business school. You need to get a job.
He discouraged you.
He was being real.
But the National Football League soon realized there was something special about this coach's kid. And by the year 2000, Patriots owner Robert Kraft hired Belichick to turn the team into a
It's so funny because he was supposed to coach for the Browns. He quit on the Browns on a paper napkin, accepted the job with the Patriots.
dynasty, which he did, finding perhaps
so
the
funny.
best quarterback of all time with the 199th pick
That's
of the
crazy.
2000 draft.
What did you see in Tom Brady that everybody else missed? Because he wasn't the fastest, he wasn't the strongest, he didn't blow you away with his athleticism.
Well, two things really. He was accurate and he was a very good decision maker. He got better every single day.
As he got better, you got better. Did you build off of each other?
Absolutely, yeah.
One area where they are clearly different is with the media. Brady seems at ease in the spotlight.
People have a lot of questions.
Belichick does not.
You heard what Robert just said. It's already been addressed. Maybe you ought to go back and look at your notes.
Well, I understand they have a tough on the other side of that, as a coach, you know, you have a job to do
Bro, this
too.
is a
There's
straight-up
times where I
person.
could have been more accommodating. I admit that.
Yeah.
You just got to turn the page and move forward. As much as they want to dig deeper and deeper into the grave and see what more is down there, at some point you just got to, you know, look ahead and move on.
It's also been a momentous year for Belichick. He was named head coach of the University of North Carolina. The result
That's
of
crazy. He's the head coach of North
a
Carolina.
messy split from Robert Kraft and the Patriots in early 2024.
He's got
Awkward.
cold, so I'm not going to kiss him.
I have to ask about Robert Kraft because 24 years together, 6 Super Bowls. Unless I'm wrong, he's not in this book. How come?
He's not. Well, again, it's about my life lessons in football, and it's really more about the ones that I experienced directly.
He's not even in the acknowledgement section.
Uh-oh.
Correct?
Do you
He
feel
wants
like
to laugh.
you were treated with dignity and respect when you were let go by Robert Kraft?
Yeah, well, it was a mutual decision for us to part ways.
He said fired.
It was a mutual decision.
The other change for Belichick is 24-year-old Jordan
Why does he have a 24-year-old girlfriend?
Hudson, his creative muse, as he writes in his book.
His creative muse. Thank you to my Dia Mill and creative.
Jordan was a constant muse, as he writes in his book. Jordan was a constant presence during our interview.
You have Jordan right
What
over
the fuck?
there. Everybody in
So
the world
weird.
seems to be following this relationship. They've got an opinion about your
She's a
private
gold
life. It's got
digger.
nothing to do with them, but they're
She's a
invested
gold digger.
in it. How do you deal with that?
Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks. Just try to do what
Bro, she's old enough to be your granddaughter.
I
What
feel
the
like
fuck?
is best for me and what's right.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this. No.
It's a topic
What the
neither one of
fuck?
them is comfortable commenting on, though Hudson has recently posted about it
Dude, she
on
looks like his grandpa.
Instagram.
You joined
That's
InstaFace, as you
crazy.
put it. I
Yeah.
love that. There's some great pictures of you and Jordan, where you're a fisherman and she's a mermaid. It's charming. It's a different.
That's weird.
Great pictures of you and Jordan, where you're a
Nah, that's weird, bro.
fisherman
What the fuck?
and she's a mermaid.
Nah.
It's charming. It's a
That's-
different side of you. What's the reaction been like
What's it been like?
to have these different sort of photos? There's another one where you're doing.
Nah, bro.
I know you're not into meditation
72
or
with those
yoga or
24-year-old
Pilates.
is
You're
crazy.
balancing Jordan on your feet. And she's
What
just
the fuck?
in kind of the Titanic pose.
Yeah, so I'm on some of those social media platforms, but I honestly don't follow them.
What he does follow
Bruh.
isn't clicks or views, but touchdowns and
Bro got a freaking granddaughter as a girlfriend.
above all, wins.
You do seem like you're having
His
a lot more
sons are
fun
older than her.
these days than you were in other
crazy.
chapters of your life, let's say.
I enjoy football. I enjoy the whole process of it. It's hard to win, and it's hard to beat other good coaches, good teams. I appreciate the grind. I appreciate the competition. But coaching's fun, and honestly, I feel like I haven't worked a day in my life.
Go like, comment, subscribe, educate you.
Bye, have a great time.